Good morning. Today is Thursday, February 10th, and it is a white day. Tomorrow will be a gear day. That means visible SGA gear on top with dress code appropriate bottoms. Attention class of 2025. Check your SCJ Labs email for a link to the class of 2025's Winter Carnival theme ballot. This is important. Vote today by 3 p.m. And remember, we meet in the gym for chapel tomorrow. Get there a little before 8 a.m. and be sure to sit in your advisory section. All dorm students planning on skiing this weekend will need to meet with Mr. Robillard Friday after school in Fuller Hall at 12:15. All dorm students planning to go on the Florida trip for February break need to meet with Mr. Robillard Friday after school in Fuller Hall at 12:30. Attention international students. Any student wanting to take the March 12th TOEFL must register by February 16th. Email Mrs. McCaffrey at mmccaffrey@stjlabs.com or stop by the guidance office to register. For all students who have applied or will be applying for VSAC scholarships, the deadline to let the guidance office know that you need something uploaded is Friday at 1 p.m. This is a hard deadline. Please be sure to review your scholarships to make sure that you have everything uploaded that you need. See Ms. Carr in the guidance office with any questions. You probably enjoy chocolate, but do you know what makes this sweet treat so popular? Researchers tell us that eating chocolate releases endorphins in the brain. These feel-good hormones can make us feel positive and happy. Acts of giving and kindness also release endorphins, so help spread the happiness this Valentine's Day by stopping by the junior class's Candygram table in the dining hall during lunch. Today is your last chance to send jolly messages and bags of Hershey Kisses to your friends and classmates for just $1. TechStorm, SJA's robotics club, will be meeting today in Streeter 230 starting at 3:45. Feel free to stop by to see the robot and learn to build another. Writer's Block will meet after school today in Ranger 110, Mrs. McKenzie's classroom. New members are very welcome. Come join with some friendly fellow writers to work on a writing prompt and/or share your current writing ideas. There will be cookies. Are you interested in making dumplings? Are you interested in learning about Asian cultural activities? Come to the Asian Cultural Club today as we will be making dumplings with Jenny. We will be meeting in Streeter 255 in Miss Davis's room, and then we will head to the kitchen together as a group. If you have any questions, feel free to contact Eric at eric.chen@scjlabs.com or Z at z.house@scjlabs.com. Looking forward to seeing everyone there. For anyone interested in the Governor's Institute program, there will be representatives on campus Monday, February 14th at 10 a.m. The Governor's Institute is an intensive learning summer program hosted at college campuses all over the state. Please stop by the guidance office to sign up and make sure to check in with your B-Block teachers before you attend. The University of Maine will be hosting an engineering summer program for juniors. This is a free program for juniors who excel at math and science and that want to learn about engineering. There will be 3 sessions offered, with each session consisting of 3 days. Stop by the guidance office for information on how to apply. Happy birthday today to Hayden Angel and Kevin Zhao. Happy birthday. Today we have JV and varsity girls basketball versus CVU at 5 and 6:30. The theme for tonight is Pink Out, and this is your last chance to come dressed in theme that will count towards Winter Carnival. And right now, the senior class has 42 points, the junior class has 41 points. So tonight will determine who the winner is of that. So good luck and have a great day.
Thank you very much, Ashley, and good morning, St. Johnsbury Academy. I have a couple of late announcements. The Kingdom Blades beat South Burlington 5-2. Clara Andre had 3 goals, with Lexi Mosier scoring the other 2. That's a hat trick. Good job, Clara. And Courtney Lewis had 17 saves in the net. Varsity boys basketball beat Colchester by a wide margin, and so did JVA boys basketball. Boys ice hockey lost 3-4 to Brattleboro. And there are girls basketball games tonight. I'll just reiterate, wear pink. We have a couple of special presentations today in our continuing celebration of Black History Month. And the first one is Bea Zellinger, who's going to come and give us a Black History is American History Minute.
Chuck Berry, Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis Presley, Aretha Franklin, Little Richard, and Tina Turner, who we heard about from Michaela on Monday. What do these artists have in common? They are all legends in rock and roll and rhythm and blues. But what they also have in common is their reverence for and influence by a singer whose name you might not have heard of before, a woman who is not only at the heart of rock and music, but also gospel and blues, music that is driven by lively guitar and powerful vocals, in short, American music. That woman was named Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Sister Rosetta was performing and recording what she called sped-up rhythm and blues. As early as 1938, a full 16 years before Elvis Presley's first big hit, and 18 years before Aretha hit the charts, in 1944 she met and fell in love with gospel singer Marie Knight, and the two embarked on several musical journeys together, bringing Tharpe's unique combination of R&B and gospel to the world. By the 1950s, Tharpe's unique style was no longer just hers. The artists I mentioned before were part of a revolution in America's music, and that we now know as rock and roll. But as I said before, her influence was not limited to rock artists. Country and gospel legend Johnny Cash in 1992 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction speech spent much of the speech talking about Sister Rosetta's influence. This is the godmother of modern American music, a queer black woman who grew up in the deepest of the Jim Crow South, in a town called Cotton Plant. Her music is joyful, filled with excitement and love, her spirit deeply ingrained in thousands of artists that came after. She is an enduring reminder of Black history is American history. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bea, and what a perfect introduction to our next special live act. Mr. Bentley's advisory is here today to see him perform music and say a few words to us. Mr. Bentley?
Good morning, everybody. I'm Mr. Bentley, and I want to thank Dr. Howell for inviting me to perform for you today. I also want to thank my advisees for being here, for being supportive. Much appreciated. To introduce this song, I'd like to tell a brief story from when I was your age and had the privilege to witness a very important time in international Black history. The song I'm about to play is called Kosi Sikalele Africa, which means God bless Africa in Xhosa, which is one of the many languages spoken in the nation of South Africa. I first learned this song in the spring of 1995 when I was 16 years old and living as an exchange student in Grahamstown, South Africa. You see, everybody at my school had to learn this song because it was the new national anthem, and only students who spoke Xhosa even knew how to pronounce the words. And there was this new national anthem because the year before, in 1994, South Africa, a country that was roughly 80% black and 20% white, had elected its first black president, Nelson Mandela, in that country's first truly democratic election. The first one that for the first time included the votes of black South Africans. I also learned that the South African government had put Mandela in prison for life in the mid-1960s, and that he had spent over 25 years in prison before his government, bowing to domestic and international protest, let him out in 1990. 4 years later, he was elected president of that same country at age 77, which is amazing because when Mandela was in high school, and through much of the 20th century, white South Africans controlled roughly 80% of their country's land and resources, even though they represented just 20% of the population. Furthermore, the South African government made it illegal for white South Africans to sell land to black South Africans. This was just one part of the apartheid system, a system based on the concept of white supremacy, and a system Mandela spent his life overthrowing. It absolutely blew my mind that a man whose country defined him as racially inferior, a traitor, a criminal, and a terrorist could in the span of 5 years go from life imprisonment to the presidency. That's also why I had to learn this song. Mandela's African National Congress, now the ruling party in its first year, put the apartheid government in the past and changed South Africa's flag and its national anthem. Kosi Sikeleli Africa, God Bless Africa, was first a religious song, but became a song of protest against the South African government's apartheid system, and then became the national song of that same government. So here it is. Kosi Sikeleli Afrika, malupakan Yesu fondo wao, iva emitanzazo yetu Kosi Sikelela Dina Lusapul wao. Kosi Sikeleli Afrika, malupakan Yesu fondo wao, iva emitanzazo yetu Kosi Sikelela Dina Lusapul wao. Morena boloca se chava sa eso, felice dentro ele matsueno. Morena boloca se chava sa eso, felice dentro ele matsueno. O se boloque, o se boloque, o se boloque morena, o se boloque, se chabasa, Jesús, se chabasa, Africa. Thanks everybody, have a good day.
Gosh, that was wonderful, Mr. Bentley. Thank you so much. And that also reminded us that Black history is not only American history, but Black history is world history. So thanks for that reminder. Have a great day, everyone.